Hey everybody, my name is Brayden. I just walked to the gas station. I got a chocolate milk. I got a pop because it was less than $3, so I'm like, I'll get the big one. Got a water because I'm thirsty. And then I got this. And I had $12 and I wanted breadsticks. I probably could have afforded them, I bet. But like, I forgot until I got inside. That's all I went for, to be honest. Like, all I'm hungry for. So whatever, I guess this, but I'm not even really hungry for that. Like, I don't want to fill myself with chocolate. Like, I want a meal. I guess I have ABC 123s. I'm just saying, this is what's happening. Like, I could have got Hardee's the past 2 nights. It's on me, I guess. I just wasn't hungry for it. Whatever. I am thirsty. Whoa, wardrobe change. Speaking of, I got a package, so, I wonder what's in here. Feels like clothes, is what also the lady down there said. Which, man, you know what I'm gonna miss? The staff here. Could have been part of it. Okay, so I already see what's happening. Okay, should I try this all on camera? I'm dead serious because I'm not confident. Because like, why wouldn't I? Like, it's just my body. Like, why wouldn't I? Like, it's just me putting on clothes. Like, we're seeing how they would look on me as if I'm a mannequin, right? It's not that crazy. Like, coming RPs maybe, sort of. Okay, what are these? Tank tops? What the hell, boy? You got tank tops? I'm actually, when's the last time I got that? Maybe when I was like 6, 7, 8 years old. Ooh, these are the golf pants. So this is all Old Navy stuff, I think. Ooh, are these me? Are these? What am I, a superhero? Is that? What kind of fit is that? I've been watching a lot of Arrested Development. It seems like something Joe would wear. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe Buster, but that's not me. Okay, that's kind of niche, right? Ooh, is this me? I don't even know if I ordered this one. Maybe that's just random. Just put that in there. Because it's like, whoa, that red would look so good with you. Like, yeah, it would. Thank you. I'm so fortunate. Ooh, and I got black? What? Cool. So I've never had pants like these, I don't think. Oh, and they fit. That's good. Glad about that. Or maybe I did want these colors. I want a purple and a green shirt. I don't know if they're coming or not. Not like I'm ungrateful. I'm just saying, like, wouldn't that be so cool? Purple and green. Kind of like the Hulk. Okay. Oh. Okay. So here for this next segment, I got the mic off. Oh, like I just got home from a fight scene. I mean, from Spider-Man, from fighting criminals. Like, oh, just exhausted. Like, I can't do it anymore. I just can't save the city. I don't even want me here. I'm trying to tell you about this game. Okay. Like, actually, wait, why do you want this? I don't know. I just felt like it. That's why I picked it out. Like, I wonder how these would look with the jeans. To be honest. Like, I might, if there's a random cut, like, if the it's corrupted, It's not because I'm insecure or anything. Oh. Put me in step up. Okay, everybody should be comfortable in their body. How do I look? I feel really stiff. I don't want to move. I'm a lot thinner than I than I think of. Okay. I think I look a little hotter, maybe. You know, wait, actually, probably subconsciously why I think that is because one time I had an accident. Actually, at the last hotel I was at, Claire, I had a gray pair of underwear and I gave that gray pair of underwear to a homeless man. What of all the pairs I had? Like I had like 7 maybe or 6 now. Or maybe 6 or 5. And that pair was my ex's favorite pair. Like she would wear it and I would wear it. And she like out of all the ones, she's like, ooh, I like that one. So I remember that. And now I'm in gray. I was playing Marble Rivals and then I was listening to music and Man Eater was on. And I thought it was like so cinematic, you have no idea. Like, you just have to be in the moment with it. Like try playing that game with that or something, you know what I mean? Or like if you're in an intense. So that makes me think like what could be a moment like that where Spider-Man raises Man Eater and he's like, because I was fucking owning, like I'm actually correct at the game, like I'm really good. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're just like you got a skill at something like Fortnite building, that's me, but at that game playing that character. Like, I'm not cracked out, but like I mean I'm not broken out of my head, you know what I mean? But I think I'm really good at what I do. It's like me with acting too. Well, like, yeah, this would be so hard to take off. I can't wait to reunite with my lover, and then be all over each other. I'll probably record it. Wait, actually I did pick this up, this blue. Why did I pick this one? Oh. Because I think I look good in this color. Sounds so depressing. Okay, like, wait a minute. Who do you think you're gonna reunite with? I don't know, just eventually. Just with any of them. Because we care a lot about a lot of people. Okay, which one do you think I would look better in? Should I try them both on? thought it would be easier to just slip it on instead of doing all the mic stuff. And oh yeah, like me, like here's where does your mind go to right now? Oh, we're waiting in the fast food line, and I'm like, I'm just me. I just look good. It's just like hot as hell because I like what I'm wearing because I chose it. You know what I mean? Like that's what you're supposed to do. That's your style, obviously. I'm so confident right now. I could be like, "What do you want?" And then they tell me, and then I could order for them. Like, ooh, yeah. Call me dad for multiple reasons now. Oh, I'm gonna try on the pants. One time, we had like a what are they? Track field days in elementary school, and I need a belt. Not where I'm going. What does that mean? I'm just gonna speak. Like it's all improv. If you couldn't tell, we had a track meet though, and I was sitting down like this, and I had shorts. This is kind of also why I don't wear shorts, but not really. And they're like kind of baggy ones. Like I wouldn't buy these shorts; they were bought for me type. You know what I mean? Just like I don't know, Under Armour, sorta, with like strings on the inside. Well, a lot of shorts like that. But they weren't like basketball shorts. They were the bad kind of basketball shorts, or the lame ones. I mean, I don't know. Athletic kid, kind of. You could see in them, and I was wearing boxers that day for some reason. So I looked down because I was talking with my buddy Jaden. Look in there, and then I can just see it. My cock. Fucking like stabbing. Oh, I don't know what to say. And it was in there. You know what I mean? Like I peeked into a cave. I don't know what to tell you. And like the earthworm from SpongeBob. And then I'm like, oh my god. Because if anybody was down there, because we were on the bleachers, if anybody was on the track, what if they were looking up? Because they not have seen that shit? That's right. So maybe not. Who knows? Nobody complained. I'm just joking. That would be disgusting, but like obviously you can tell I didn't mean it intentionally. Whoa. Oh yeah, so then I was like kind of standing the rest of the day. I don't really remember, but like, wasn't that so awkward? Or what if I jumped just like I can't believe that exists. That shorts like that exist with boxers. Like, what do you even do? Where do you even put it? It's just like it. You know what I mean? What are you thinking about right now? Like the OC, when Sadie and Kirsten always dress each other up before like fancy events. I just think that's like one of the most romantic, intimate acts of love ever. Like when you like zip up a dress, or when she just I don't know whatever to the tie, nothing really tightens it obviously, but like if they buttoned that, that'd be so hot. Like especially if you're like if it was like a scene like oh we have to get somewhere quick, like oh we just banged and we have to move and and we have to go get to our objective really fast, otherwise something might happen. So then they're both fixing each other up. Just a little writer's mind, I guess. What do you think of the clothes? So this, I have to pack all of this. And hand-eye coordination. And hopefully they fit in them 2 duffel bags. And will I be able to bring those on the bus? We'll find out. You're like, where are you going? Why do you care? I don't even think I'll tell you when I get there. Like, why does it matter? Like, I could be anywhere. What would you like to see? How about that? How about you tell me that? Okay, so I really like how I look. If you want to see. Okay, so these could also be like work pants. Or like they just look good. Like I could be anywhere with these, right? Like I wrote down 2 more video ideas, and I might as well just tell you. Like I was thinking, yeah, I didn't even like I just keep coming up with them, and I didn't even tell them. Isn't that crazy? Like these aren't even on the videos. People aren't gonna know. But the fact is, I'm gonna come up with even more. Like I just constantly do. But I wrote buffet, and I wrote arcade. Those are 2 great ideas by me, and I'm gonna do so much more when I get there that I can't like. There's just gonna be things that pop up like, ooh, what is this? Oh, there's like a event, like a local, like a penguin. Like maybe some dude and his penguin just show up out of nowhere, and they just do events, and they just like talk to people. That'd be cool if I can go see that or anything. Right on. It's one of my favorite animals, and a monkey. So also went to the zoo here. There's a zoo there. Didn't write that down. So boom, another and aquarium. That's literally over 9 days of content. It's over 9 videos. That's over 9 hours. And then in real life, you know what that is? I did like 3 to each of those hours. That's crazy. Okay, I was feeling hungry for pulled pork. So that is what I got. I had that before, so I'm hoping it's not as like last time it was kind of thin, the portions of it. I was thinking like after I bought it, and like maybe I messaged him and be like, hey, it's gonna be a review. I'm thinking I wear these when I eat it. Not the white one, not the white one. Because I would look too good, but actually, because it would blend in with my skin. But no, because it, I don't want to get it messy with barbecue sauce, because I actually got extra. Because I like to like douse it in that. I could open this. This time I got fries instead of cheese curds, because the cheese curds weren't only 4 last time. It was only 4 of them. It was crazy. On top of that, they're like really bad. Like there's no cheese in them really. This is what we're working with. Sorry, thumbnail. Maybe. I kind of pick at random. Share the video with your friends. Wow, great advertising. Use the barbecue sauce. What do I want to talk about while I eat this? Hopefully I don't spill. I'd freak out. God damn. So I'm also going to try to make pulled pork while I'm at the new place. And where are we right now? My favorite city ever right now. Oh, see, you can tell they cut the bread themselves, which is pretty cool. At least I think so. There's a knife in it. Hold on. Oh, it's got like a Bentleyville type of feel. Literally. You know. How did I get here? My grandpa and my uncle brought me. We're going to bring me to a homeless shelter. But I got it at Quick Trip. And they're going to bring me there because I didn't have a job. And I'm 19 years old. And I turned 19 13 days after. Like, it took me 13 days into being 19. They're like, yeah, he's obviously not trying hard enough. But I literally did try as hard as I could, I feel like. So then they think I wanted to be an influencer when it was literally just a side hustle because I have 30,000 followers on TikTok. I just did. Like, it was way less than that at the time. Well, not to like undermine it, but it was like 23 at the time. You understand? But I still think that's significant because that's still the size of being able to fill up a gymnasium. I just don't get why they wouldn't be supportive, no matter what. Like, I feel like in this day and age, wouldn't you want that to be my career? Wouldn't the whole family be successful off that? It's like, it's almost like that's actually insane when you think about it. No, I'm dead serious. Because I think about it in my shoes, like my child, like I would be so supportive. So it's just crazy. Like, my self-esteem is so much better. Like, I just don't know how bad it is because you're living in it. And it's like, what else can you do? I just don't even want to associate with that life anymore. At some points, you know what I mean? We're all good. It's pretty good. I said this last time I ate it. It's so smoky, like a campfire feel. Maybe that's why I said Bentleyville, because it reminded me of that. Okay, sorry. I'm not trying to complain and be like, oh, they're horrible. It's just like, well, right? And I mean, I love my siblings. There's nothing wrong with them. I just think these people that are raising me should be more mature. Or something like that, like in ways that I am, and I didn't develop my maturity from them. So makes sense. I was trying to prove myself, but I don't get why they think that. Like, I don't get who thinks that. Who could possibly think that? Like, I don't feel that way. It's just somebody trying to create a narrative for me right there in the comments. You just got to build a story up or something. Like, what the heck? Okay. So, without complaining, like, what is your life? Okay, so my parents got divorced when I was pretty young. Like, it was like a few years in to life or whatever. So they got together after 2 weeks of dating, and then they got pregnant or something like that. If I ever say false information, like it's just information that I think I know, like that I've been told, so that's why I'm handing it down. So that happened, and they didn't mean to have me, and I don't like. I just I don't want to harp on that, but they did. Okay, they chose to. That's how I feel. So like, that's how I feel. Okay, do you understand? Like at one point, we don't value life because like that's kind of part of it, but then you look at all sides of it. Like I say, I always try to see every perspective. I don't know. I feel like in the back of their mind, part of that is they didn't mean to have me, man. It's like they don't want to do this, right? Like they don't feel obligated to care for this. But my sister, like they wanted to have my sister and their other kids. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they're lacking love for me. I just don't think they want me. Like I think it's like psychological, actually. The deeper it gets, just because of how our lives have played out. Because my mom cheated on my dad. That's why they split up. And I didn't know that. I thought it was my fault. Like I thought I was just a bad kid or something. Why do you think that? Because that's how they treated me. There's no other reason I would think that. I mean, that's how people did, at least. But I found out later from my grandpa, drunk, and my grandma from my mom's side. Both of them like around the same time. My grandpa first, and my grandma like right after. That my mom cheated on my dad with my brother's dad, the twins' dad. Oh. And that was my dad's best friend for his whole life. Oh, we're starting out the drama. Well, whatever. It's kind of like One Tree Hill, that plot. But like not in a good way, like in real life it's bad how it happened. At least from what I know. My mom doesn't take accountability for it, you know what I mean? Like I don't understand how it played out, but she doesn't regret that. And then my dad gave her chances back after that. And then she wanted to get with him after that. And then he was already moved on by then because she was having kids and stuff, you know what I mean? Okay. It's not really about you, it's your parents, huh? Okay. So that's how that was when I was 11. And then a few years after, in between. And I don't really want to harp on it, like it just doesn't matter. But my mom did. Me and my mom got into physical fights, whether you call that abuse or not. We physically punched, bit each other, all sorts of stuff. I started when I was 11 years old. And then all the way up to high school, and then eventually we just couldn't see each other anymore, pretty much. Like for holidays and stuff. I just wouldn't. And then she has her own relationships with my siblings. It's different though. We're like different people. You understand? Like one time she's like, "These are my kids." And it's like, I don't know who you're saying that to. I don't know why you're speaking to me like this, as if I'm not your child too. I don't understand. Or it honestly sounds like she's speaking to me like a partner, isn't it? And I feel like somebody commented, this emotional incest, Like I feel like she has that. I feel like because she cheated on my dad, she she fucked up their lives. Whether it was, like it was just for temporary pleasure, whatever. I don't know if it was like a secret and she thought she could keep it. Was it a lyric? But she did that. So then we uh like my whole life, I feel like she was trying to mold me into becoming my father, but my father was not molding me into becoming my father. Probably because he was so depressed because he got fucking cooked. So he probably like you have no idea how bad that headspace has to like is as a man, especially when it's somebody close to you that fucks you over like that. And then what? Like I don't even know how he was able to push forward. Honestly, I believe the only reason is because he had kids, and then my sister's like, oh, he would never hurt himself, but like because he's had bad experiences with like a friend or something. And it's like I don't know, man. It's like what else was he gonna do? He dropped out of college and stuff. You know, why did he drop out of college? Because of the teacher. So it's like when I quit a job because of the boss was had like a superiority complex and I didn't. I just wanted to clock in and clock out. And I tell my dad that, and I tell my dad I'm sorry, I made a mistake. It's like he literally dropped out of college, right? Like he wasted like 20 grand or something on that. I'm pretty sure, like part of that, right? For an investment so that's crazy for like tech school. I'm just making it. I'm personalizing it or like making comparisons. What is it about me? I'm gonna explain my story. I'm just trying to give you like background information. Well, these are why I'm the way I am, and I don't understand why it's so hypocritical and why it's this way. You know what I mean? Like things just don't add up, or it's like they just like it gets to a crossroads where like maybe your son could have a smart idea, but no. You know what I mean? Or like what? Maybe he doesn't want you to make the same mistakes he did. Well, I want to make my own choices too, and like he doesn't put you like there's no path. Like I'm telling you, there is no path to be on. And when I'm making my own, why can't it just be supported? No matter what, because my path wants to support the rest of everybody else's ever. Quite truly. So my mom, she would have me get like she would always cut my hair short. Like when I was 10 years old, she buzz cut my head, and I can kind of understand this from a parent's perspective. Like I don't know, she didn't want me to be girly. No. I'm gonna say several reasons. Like that first one's a little crazy. Like that's a specific my mom reason. You know what I mean? Like she's a little iffy. Bow wow wow. I need a man. That's what I'm listening to. I don't know who you think I am. Okay, sorry. I'm listening to music too. Britney Spears was on before this, or maybe it was just Rihanna too. I think it was SOS. I don't know why I get them confused. They're like different people for sure. Man, that distracted me. Taking names. Names are sounding. This song is so hot. This is how I felt wearing the tank tops. I mean, right now. She's like, I'm getting restless. I'm getting tested. What the fuck does that mean, Rihanna? Oh, did you hear that? Oh man. I genuinely cannot remember where I was in the middle of that. I don't know who you think I am. I am not a TWINK. Like, do not call me that. Like, you have no idea how much I fuck. Like if I had to be a god of something, I think it would be that by default. Like I wouldn't choose to be it. It just they would give it to me. Okay, man. Like I said, lost where I was. I think I said something about same mistakes, and I just don't see the parallels there. I guess as and another thing I was saying, like I don't like because he got cooked. I don't think he felt confident enough in himself because his dad, like this is just my family, right? This is just me. This is just how we exist. His dad and his mom split up, and I don't know the specifics, but this is just the general story, like to summarize it, because end of the day, this is what happened, right? Like my grandpa cheated on my grandma, and then they got a divorce, and they split things where she got the kids and he got the house. That's how I hear it every time. That's how it was, and then my grandpa's always like, they could have came and visited me. Like that's what he said last time I saw him when he came and when he brought me to the. Because I brought this up, I said this. Like I was saying, I was drawing these parallels. Like I was finally unleashing them because it's like they're just invisible. Like they're invisible lines in our family that are so obvious to me, and I don't know why we don't help heal each other rather than pretend they're not there and then keep trying to build around that. Like it just feels like false building. You know what I mean? Or just not sincere. So that's him, and I don't know why they're like. I don't know whose side to be on. I don't really care, honestly. Like I think both are in the wrong. I don't know. Like maybe my grandma specifically like made it harder for my grandpa to see the kids like out of spite and stuff. But like also at the same time, like he could have gave up the house because she's a woman and is raising kids, and also and not that like me personally, I don't even see a difference. But like you should be nicer because you love her is how I feel, and you hurt her heart. That is how I feel. For the woman, like if it was my woman, that's how I would feel. Like as my grandmother, I can't believe he did that to her. But like she is kind of crazy. No wonder he cheated on her. Like she probably fucking drained him and put him down every single day. I'd be like, Grandma, did you watch that '70s show with Grandpa? And she'd be like, we didn't really watch anything. And it's like, whose fault was that? I wonder. At the end of the day. Okay. Sorry, that's kind of rude. Let's keep it mature. Let's keep it real. So that those are the dynamics, and I told them that in the car. They exist. My dad didn't have that fatherly influence, and then he got cucked. And it's after the first time he fell in love, because he was like maybe this is just because he could be lying about his aura, but he hotshot basketball player like point guard. They went to state, and like he said he went to parties, so I'm guessing he might have slept around a few times and not actually had a girlfriend, which people do that. Or like maybe he had a few ones that don't even matter. But like my girlfriends aren't gonna be ones that don't matter. Like I will tell my kids their names at least and be like, yeah, there are lessons. This is how you be better. You love and you learn. He doesn't have that. I think my mom is where it started, and maybe that's because all he had was his mom growing up. You know what I mean? Which was a lot of love, and then he lacked the fatherly influence, so he felt really masculine. You know what I mean? He felt powerful himself. He didn't really need anything. Probably, I would assume, or he felt the opposite, but I didn't know him at all then. You know what I mean? I think about that sometimes. I think about that a lot, like Cal Jacobs. Like I have those flashback scenes, but in my head, it's kind of like One Tree Hill era. Those are my parents back then. So I think my dad fell in love with my mother for the first time, and my mother was somebody, and I don't know specific. Like I don't care enough to like think about her and resolve her issues as a person. But let me try right now. Her mother, it was they had just had. I don't know specifically because I wasn't there. Like I said, my grandmother was good to me, treated me good. Um, she does a lot of things that does inconvenience our life like crazy, like hard, and it's like, man, I just feel bad for my mom. Like I don't know why she's taking 30 minutes in the bathroom. She probably is just popping. You know what I mean? Or like just nodding off or something. So I do feel for my mom for that because it was probably that way her whole life. I think I don't know how to say this. If my grandma, because you don't need to draw parallels to everything, but if she was like my mom or my father in a way before, where I don't know how her home life was bringing, but she had a bunch of siblings, and I don't know, the end of her life got kind of trashy, if you could tell about how it was describing how she was. Bad things happened to her, I know. She got into bad things. Okay, that's what happened. So she got hurt. That's how she had her first kid. And then, so that was a bad person. I don't know. I don't know. So then my mom's dad, Grandpa Drunk, he was like a father to my grandma's first kid too, kind of. But then he wasn't around. And I don't know why. He also had his own son. I can never really think about that exists. like, like, you know what I mean? There's just so much happening. Can't you tell? And the fact that I'm thinking about it all times and stuff. And I know and I understand dynamics and I can apply it to things, and the fact that I'm okay. Even after experiencing stuff that's happened during it. Oh, let me keep diving in. So my grandpa wasn't around in my mom's life that much. I feel like I honestly don't know. But that's why my mom abused me, because I was like, your dad wasn't around in your life, so it must have affected her, and then she must have missed that. You know what I mean? Like, in a way where she goes to men, where she tries to find this validation from men to, I don't know if it's specifically in a sexual way, but in a way to give herself power or something. I don't know why she did that. I don't think it was love. I think that'd be fucked. Yeah. That's intentional. It's just as bad. Like, it's all bad. Cheating. So that happened, and then it put them down bad paths, I guess. My mother experienced bad things because of the people that my grandmother brought around her, and that's not okay. And my grandma probably never apologized for that. So, but my mom probably did forgive her, because I know my mom forgave the people who hurt her for that, which I don't understand, but I don't need to dive into it. I'm sorry for talking about it. Let's get back to me. I'm just saying, like, those are those relationships. I don't know why she would do that to him. I don't know why I'm thinking about her or talking about her, honestly. Fill me in. Like, this is how we're getting to the next date over the story. So, I grew up with like a fine relationship with them, I would say. Like, it was just moderate for the first like 10 years, and then it was just, it kind of got into back talk, maybe. Like, I think we just grew up like how we were supposed to, you know what I mean? Like we didn't have chores. We didn't. Why would we expect that? Like, you have to genuinely think about it from our perspective. You know what I mean? Like, when they don't introduce a chore list, and then when, like, say we would do something bad in school, like, it'd be like an actual suspension, and then they would introduce a whole list, and then it's like, then you're getting introduced to that at a young age, and you're assuming, oh, so they can do all this on their own, but since we're getting punished, they want us to do what their role as the provider is. That's how it feels. I know that's not like that now. Like, I'm emotionally immature. I don't understand that. Like I could have done the dishes once in a while at 8 years old to help out, right? That, if I would have started learning then, that would have been a good experience. Like, my cousins, that's what happened with them until they were like a certain age, maybe like 12. They would get $5 a week every week for doing chores. Isn't that crazy? Like, they got a whole allowance. Like that is the whole point. It's an incentive, and then eventually it stops, and they still do it. So I don't know why we wouldn't. They never tried. They physically never tried. That's why it's like, you can do this. It's like, why are you doing this to me? and they would reward us consistently. Like that. Like my mom would be like, "Oh, I was gonna take you here, but you were bad today." You know what I mean? Like she does that a lot. Or like she held this trip of going to Florida over my sister for years, since middle school. and then she took my brothers to Florida without my sister because they're like not as close as they used to be, I guess. And I'm sorry for diving into it, but honestly, I can. Respectfully. And I say I'm sorry because like that's their thing, but I'm telling you like these are the relationships I perceive and understand and how I'm treated as part of it. I'm getting to the good stuff. I really think that's all I need to dissect. That's all the parent stuff. Like those are who those people are. I'm not trying to blame anything. I'm just trying to help you understand. So what I was saying is like I grew up with like moderate relationships with them. Like my mother introduced me to her interests. Like I don't know what her passion is really. I know she's a waitress, and I admired that growing up and owning a restaurant and being a business owner. Always have admired that. And well, I mean, just everybody who does that. It's not like that person specifically. And so she is kind of hardworking in some aspects. Dude, really, where am I trying to go with this? That hardworking thing has nothing to do with anything. It's just, oh, that's a cool trait. So she introduced me to media and like TV shows. Like if Euphoria existed back then, she would have been a Euphoria fan, and then I would have grown up watching Euphoria. Okay, like she watched Shameless growing up, and I don't bet, she thinks she's Fiona Gallagher, honey, and she is not. I'm telling you, she is not. Like Liv's my favorite character, but I don't think I'm Liv. You know what I mean? So I developed one of her passions. One of my dad's was basketball. Like I said, he went to state. I think that was very cool. Like it's so cinematic in my mind. Like I said, I compared him to Cal Jacobs, who was in wrestling and stuff. And then I watch these shows like One Tree Hill. I can just imagine this sort of show as if I'm experiencing my life right now, and there's always this flashback happening simultaneously where he is doing all this stuff. And he's playing these basketball games, and then it's like he gets the state championship game. You know, you know what I mean? And like it wouldn't my mom wasn't pregnant at that time. They met later when he was 22 and she was 17 or 21. Why do I move my hands so much? So I think that's cool. That happened, and then that made me want to play basketball, because then wouldn't that have been a cool parallel if I was doing basketball and then we both went to state? That's kind of why I developed that passion, but like in my own way. Like I wanted to go to the NBA, I wanted to do my career so that way I can earn that money, and then I can invest in all these companies that I want, like Hardee's and Converse and Mug and Mountain Dew, and invent my own and find more. But then that dream is not going to work out. Like it would have been way too hard because my father, because I don't think he wanted me to be like him, because I don't think he liked how he turned out to be, because obviously it's not obviously, but it just ended up being like somebody he trusted hurt him when he thought, like when he was feeling so confident forever for his whole life, like he probably thought he would never need a father figure until he did. And then when he did need one, he didn't really get it, I don't think. So we never developed that relationship. But the thing is, I'm saying, I guess I did get one. I guess, and I'm very fortunate for that, because I know people in the world don't get any at all. But but like he was missing a whole aspect of providing providing a learning experience for me on the world, like actually. So it left me without an understanding, and then I had to develop that understanding with social media, quite literally. And so I don't understand how he couldn't do that. It was because social media wasn't as relevant as it is now, but like I just feel like with age and emotion, like just experiencing, you would be able to understand. Like he would have been able to understand what he was supposed to be doing. Maybe his mind was a little clouded at the time or something. Yeah, I guess that just pushes things to be the way they are right now, right? So let's finally get into talking about me. I've been I've been talking about how my mom gave me those passions to be an actor. Like those are for future reference. So I got my first girlfriend when I was 14, kind of. Well, no. I had like middle school relationships. Like I had a middle school wedding and all that, a whole bunch of relationships and crushes. And I had my first kiss in kindergarten. I'm like, kiss me. It was like when Twilight was popular and stuff. I'm like, kiss me. Like I'm a werewolf or something. And she did it. We like did it in front of the cafeteria window. So I wonder if like high schoolers saw it. Were wild. You know what I mean? Like, go me. Like actually, she was so bad at the time. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's how cinematic my life's always been. And then when I got to high school, I had like the classic. I mean, like I exaggerate life a little bit, or romanticize, but like I had the typical first grade crush and on. You know what I mean? Like literally, I started my prime, like my main school, the one I went to for most of my life, first grade and beyond. That's pretty interesting. I think so, because it's just first through 12th grade. Well, 11th, which is my favorite number ever. Oh, isn't that wild? It's actually 101 right now. I just changed to that. So I got into my first relationship when I was 14, and it was with my sister's best friend at the time. And that was in 8th grade, and she was a baddie, but we were just both pretty toxic. We just weren't ready for love with each other. At least I wasn't. I think I kind of ruined her. I don't think I did. I mean, I can say that. I put her worse. You know what I mean? I made her a little more hypersexual. Is how I feel. Which we didn't even do anything, but like, I think I think I had influence on her life in a bad way with my toxicity. Which I can be open about that. You know what I mean? Like I was in the wrong in that relationship. I was a pretty bad boyfriend at certain points. You know what I mean? But that's like toxic first girlfriend, especially like when I'm telling you all the stuff I was experiencing, like when your mom bites you before you, like a few months before you get that relationship, like, or maybe it was a few years, but like you still get in fights up until. Isn't that pretty crazy? So that relationship was a few months, and then we broke up, and it was sad, super sad. I got like self harm about it, and then I started posting on TikTok about it. But not that I went crazy, not like I went viral or anything at the time. It did spark a comment. Somebody saw me on the For You page, and she was like, I relate to this. Said something wild, or I don't know. So she said a paragraph. She must have been feeling something. She was a grade below me, and she was like, hey, I'm reaching out to you. When am I explaining what a comment is? It was because like, I was posting like, it must have been super relatable to her at the time, and she said that pretty much. And like I ended up deleting all those sad TikToks because they were like super depressing. It was like barcode on arm type. So, so she related to that so heavy, and then when we started talking, and she lives a state away, and we never met each other, but me and that girl, we talked for a bit, and I think we fell in love with each other. I would say. Like at first we were friends, and then we just kind of started talking, and I think there's just something about me and her that just defies reality. in every way. But really, what I'm trying to say is, I think she heard my voice, and then she just liked how I sounded because we had phone sex after our first call. Well, really, it was really intimate at a young age to do that. Honestly, like it's pretty weird that technology lets you do that, but the fact that it does, the fact that two people who are distanced from each other, who never would have known each other, we're actually able to build a connection and genuinely like care for each other. Like I don't even really feel it anymore. I can't comprehend it, but I'm describing it right now because it's really beautiful. We broke up after a few months after having phone sex like every single day, twice a day, at least for sure. That shit was crazy. So, so I'm just bragging about that, and honestly, that's not the main aspect of it. What I really, what like, it was just two people who understood each other more than anybody ever. At the end of the day, is what I really felt. And I don't want to go too much deeper into it because we were pulled apart, and I just think we were ready for each other too in that relationship. It's fine. Not everybody is meant for each other. So then, what is the third one that happened? That was the ex that got a restraining order on me. So we started dating a few months after because I started going on like quick ad phase. Yeah, let's just add them all, right? Why not? Just girls. If there's a boy, press an X, right? Because I'm respectfully like I like people for existing. I'm just not interested in ever doing it with a guy, and I'm a little horn dog. You know what I mean? I was getting into my what I don't know, wanted to go and mate. so I so I got myself out there. So I started talking to this girl. I stood up on her story because she was single. It was a month after she got out of a relationship, and I guess I was more hurt from my last relationship, and I was so vocal about that. Like I'm more aware than I will ever give myself credit for, and I never understood that until lately. Like I was so vocal about that in the first 2 months, with the fact that I wasn't over it. The problem with that relationship was like I don't think she was over, which stuff that she needed to get over. Like it was just another case we weren't ready for each other. And then also, like I said, I wasn't what I needed to get over, but I really feel like the right people, like the right mindset, they can heal each other. Like I know you're not supposed to or whatever, but I just feel like if you just want to, if you just really want to work on it, if you just care enough, you can do anything. So that relationship pretty much just didn't work out. It was just on and off for like 6 months. Just had fun, did a lot. It was like my first and everything. You know what I mean? And that was when I was 15. Like I joined the football team, and then after one practice, like I was telling everybody, I was bragging about like, I'm having sex now. Everybody's like, oh my, like all the Christian boys, oh, hey, Brayden, you can't say that. In high school, are you kidding me? What are you? But they're chill now. It was just me. It was just ahead of the times, as always. And I don't want to be this guy, but like oh my goodness. Because one time my cousin, he's like, yeah, I put you on, didn't I? And then and our friends like, no, you didn't. I better. And then we're like, yeah, he's been around this stuff his whole life. But like the school, man, like there are people who were heavy against pot. Like I have my friend, my buddy. I'm sure he would even want to shout out, but I'm not gonna say it. One of my friends, he would like come to school a lot before he stopped going. He would be high a lot, like me, kind of. Like it was me and him in our both separate different ways. Like he would bring edibles to school and do them, and then like the kids behind them would be like, oh, kind of like the Christian kids. Oh, damn it, you can't. Are you crazy? But those kids are not like the biggest stoners. And like by senior year, they were in the parking lot. like on the weekends, you know what I mean? Like just to go to bed at night type shit. So it's like do you actually think, like, here's my perspective on that. I think like me like I got generalized from media to be okay with it, cannabis. So then the rest of the school, they kind of eased into it because they saw like, oh, Brayden's doing it, Brayden's like, he can come to school all fucking zooted, you know, because that's how it was back in the day. That's probably why they kicked me out, to be honest. Well, I was just sleeping a lot towards the end of it because I was just sad, if you didn't know, which is just hard to admit. But like I had a lot of fun too when I wasn't really sad. It's like I just had my head down when I was like thinking and stuff, and like, ugh, I don't want to be here. I do not want to do this. Like, I just don't like being in this location because of like how I'm feeling, I guess. Like who's here and how it is. So that relationship, if you want to know why I got the restraining order, because I kept messaging her once a month for like, let's say like 12 to 24 months. Yeah. Like 12 to 16. I don't know. Like it was just around that. Like, I messaged her one time a month. Like, let's say 12 to 24 messages is what I mean to say. So once a month for like a year straight. And then she wasn't talking to me. She wouldn't respond to me. And then she needed to reach out to me once. She's like, stop saying that this person did this bad thing because I was assisting with a rumor that her boyfriend invented about himself. So I don't know why he did that. Oh, but don't personalize it. Don't get mad. Like, she messaged me about it, so she can message me, but I can't message her. It's a restraining order. Not to personalize it, not to be like, oh, you can do this, you can do that. Like, oh, I should get a restraining order on you. It's just not fair. I'm not going to argue it because here's how I felt when she got it. Why are you doing? Like, I'm just upset. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I did not mean to do this, or like, I don't know. Maybe she actually does feel unsafe, but it's like I just like, why would I fight this? So when we went to court, they asked me like, do you want to fight this restraining order? I'm like, no. And they were like shocked, but it's like, I literally feel bad. I just wanted to talk to you. The last message I sent was in a shared group chat. Like, she knew she was in this. Like I said, she added me like a few months before, like a month or two. So I'm like, this is the last message, and I sent a big paragraph. Like, I removed the people, and then we were in the group chat. So she knew she was in there too. You understand? And she knew it was the last message. She got a restraining order, and then she was shocked. I'm like, no. But it's like, I'm shocked that you're doing this, and I just feel really bad. That's how I feel. Did I date again? Kinda. I dated one girl. She was like, and this was after, and it was like for 2 weeks. But I don't really count that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even count this relationship. We just made out. Yeah. And then she left me, and she dated a girl. And that girl became my dealer one day. Whoa. Whoa. You have a life you lived. Okay, just one of them. So that happened. Like, I don't count that relationship though. That was just whatever. Like, she was just a like a high school thing. Like, I'm guessing those. I'm not even talking about it. So what are the next significant points? Because this is really how I measure my life out. Like, these are the stages. This is how it happens. Like, the chapters, other than age, is how I see it with people. I met this girl, and I think she cheated on her boyfriend. 99% sure, because I'm pretty sure he cheated on her. And our talking stage is very short-lived. But maybe she didn't cheat on him. Maybe they were just on a break, or not. And maybe I'm overthinking it. And like, this looks like a bad look. It's like, oh my goodness. Because the truth is, if somebody leaves you, like, it's not your fault, and you should not like overthink about it. You should not try to put the puzzle together or whatever. But she immediately started posting him again, is why I say that. But this girl, and she kind of sounds like Britney Spears, who's playing right now. There's only two types of in the world. Okay. This girl came over and immediately we did it. It's immediately what we did. It's like what we were building towards, I guess. There was so much tension. And because I can't even remember what we talked about because it was so quick, and then she left so quick, which so good play by her. She knew exactly what she was kind of doing because I did not care about her. Like, I looked in her eyes and I told her how much I cared about her, and then she heard that, and either it was too soon or like, oh, you hear me? Don't dissect it. But I'm giving you reasons. Like it has to be like, oh, like I have to defend myself or something, or I have to excuse it. I don't even understand what I'm trying to do, but she did that. Like she came over. We were really passionate and intimate. I told her, wow, I haven't been with anybody since like my ex, and like, oh, okay, that's probably where I went wrong, bro. It was not like that though, but I can tell how it got read like that. That's why I was reading it off like that. God damn it. Like I totally came off that way, but I promise my headspace was in a confidence way. So that really threw me off. And then I'm like, damn it. Like I guess like I'm saying, like I think she had a boyfriend. And then he cheated on her, so she just wanted to come to me and then get some love because like get some get back too because and then also I got some advice saying that girls leave boys for all types of reasons, and I just think like when we were doing it, it was just a lot. It was just really different for her. I don't know how to exactly say it. Okay, like I picked her up, like actually, like this happened. Like I picked her up and flipped her over. Me, I did that. That's why I say that I'm with girls who are around my weight class and stuff. Because like I wouldn't want to sleep with a girl I couldn't pick up and fuck, right? So I did that on my bed, and she's like, "That was hot," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." While I'm in that shit. Okay, sorry. So, ugh. I had a good time. Like I said, I think what I was giving her was world changing. And then when I told her I care about her so much, it's like you can dissect it for so many reasons. Because right now I'm thinking because of recent experience, it's like maybe she didn't know her worth. Maybe she like saw how much better I was. Like in her mind, she was trying to see like a potential interest. You know what I mean? And then just like people are always building their lives out and they have ideas for it, and it just probably didn't line up with mine. I'd assume. At the end of the day, something like that. Like there's so many reasons. Like she could have been weighing her options and then decided, yeah, I'd rather have the first one. Not because she didn't like me, but because the first one felt safer and more secure and not like a bum, as I've been described by somebody who came next. Literally 4 times. Okay. So and there must be something wrong with me, like wired in my brain. I'm just joking, there's not. But like obviously something in me is rooted in where I really do love sex so much. I just find something so intimate and thought provoking and passionate about it. And performative and interesting and alluring and attractive. That's how I describe it. Listen to Fiona Apple right now. Tell me what kind of scene that'd be for a Spider-Man series. So the next relationship, this girl was a few years older than me. She's a college student. And I am getting with this older girl, and I'm like, wow, she's very mature. She's very interesting, very alluring. Is how I describe a lot of the women I like. Which I always try to make everybody sound different. Like I always describe them differently and unique, but alluring can be a word for for my type, I guess, if I have one. She was very alt girl, and that was very interesting to me. And she made me think about the popular girls in my high school because because like I mingled around in high school. Like I said, I was in relationships, but I didn't go do those kind of relationships like the fun ones that you kind of hope for, to be honest. So so I'm I'm like in my head, not in my head. I literally told her while I'm in it. While I'm like I can't believe that I am doing this right now. Like compared to all the dudes in your high school who just want to bang you so bad. Like look at me, like I have you. Like I'm taking you right now. Just had to tell her what was up, I guess. I don't know. Like that was my way of talking through it. So that happened, and then she hit me up and she's like, "Oh, I know you're from TikTok." It was just very suspicious. And when I think about it, I kind of knew there was background chatter, but I kind of knew what I was doing. Like I say, I know I'm more aware than I'm letting on. And honestly, I'm more aware than I physically let on. To be honest, otherwise I wouldn't be the way I am. Like you wouldn't see what you're seeing the way you would if I wasn't as good as what I do. So so honestly, like just reality, a lot of college students are kind of bops. Like that is just how it is. Like they kind of intermingle. They're just into that, like being with each other. I think, which I kind of find super unattractive because it's like what are you if everybody has you? You know what I mean? You just don't find value anymore. So, and I'm just kind of assuming and building, and like when I say like don't build these narratives that I'm kind of creating, but you're always going to have them no matter what, because these are just the stories that that have been provided to me. Like I'm just reading between the lines, right? Like I'm not describing multiple different angles. Like I'm telling you, this is what I think, which doesn't really matter. I don't really need to deep dive it, but I want to. she she contacted me and she was a little iffy. She was a little suspicious. Like I could kind of tell something was up. She knew how to slide cancel in Fortnite and shit. Like fuck no. So like maybe she didn't even have a controller. I'm thinking, but like I said, old girl. Like she just could have been super impressed me in some ways. um, but like I saw her location and stuff, and I'm just connecting some dots, and it's like the way she was with me and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, usually I'm not with guys like this." It's like, yeah, no wonder you found me on TikTok, and no wonder she's not trying to be my girlfriend or anything. But that's the thing. I say I'm more aware than I'm letting on. I didn't want a girlfriend. I wasn't going into that, like doing that. I mean, she didn't want what I wanted. I'm assuming, but I gave her what she needed. You know what I mean? If I wasn't as real as I was, if I didn't act like I did, and be who I am, I wouldn't have got what I need, like what I needed to. So that was awesome. That's probably how they. I think that's how they live too. Like, oh yeah, he's gonna be happy that he did that. But it's like, then where are we? You know what I mean? Look at me now. Look at me. Look where I'm going and what I'm building. And then them. Hi. That's how I feel right now. Because it's actually weird. You are. Because you're always going to be thinking, you're always going to be watching, and it's like we could have just done a little more and had a little more fun, and like just experience is what I would have thought. You know what I mean? Instead of like I genuinely think that's how trauma is created, because these people, and then they're gonna almost blame me if they try to come back, because like I said, when I describe all these people, we weren't ready for each other. Well, maybe like at certain points I was ready for somebody, and they're gonna come back at some point and be like, "Oh, you're not ready for me now." You know what I mean? That's kind of how they act, and people just have that power over you, because like, hey, I did want you, and what if I do want you now? I'm not saying I always will, but like, dang, if I like, oh, I can't believe you treated me so badly, but you want me right now. If I don't fold right now, and they think they're always gonna have that. I don't know. I just don't feel that. I just don't feel what they do in that way. That sense of control, I just don't have it for them. Like, it's just so easy to me. People are. I think that's a really good trait to have. So this next relationship happened when I came to this city. It was my favorite city ever. It was a girl I had a crush on for a while. And I was like I was simping for her. I don't know. I was just super, like, she was just somebody I built up in my head. Like, I thought she was prestigious, like a Rory Gilmore type, or like more adventurous than insecure and out of control. Like more stable, and like had a grounded mind and not a stoner, which is attractive for a girl in my opinion. Like, I think a girl, when she like makes a blunt, is so attractive, but like when they're high all the time, it's like, why? Like, why are you numbing yourself this much? You know what I mean? And then it's just like, you can't even help them because they don't want to be helped, and then it's unattractive. Falling for a lost cause. So this girl, I talked about her in videos. I was like I felt a good way about her, and like, I just built her up in my head as well. And that just happens with me. Like I say, I romanticize and fantasize. So I thought we could just have a different relationship. Like I said, like that girl that I just saw shortly before. I just thought we could have a certain type of relationship that I wanted, that I built up in my head. But they weren't ready for that. Like I said, I think I'm a little too much. Like, my goals and everything that I want just doesn't align with what they want. Like, so they can't handle all that, right? It's a lot of stuff to do, is what I think, and a lot of pressure. Especially if you don't know what they want in their life, or like how to live their life. Also, the first college girl, how I said she was a college girl? When she came over, she was like talking about how her boyfriend cheated on her. And then, so I think that was happening. Like, I think that was her get back too. I just remembered that. Just want to add that in. So that happens. Okay. Those are just those relationships. Like, I'm saying, like, I don't know what I'm saying. These are the types of things I'm experiencing and learning from at my current stage. They're helping a lot understand people and where they're at in life, and like what you can do with that. So what am I doing now? What was that? Just a quick summary there. Yeah, I guess. Ask me anything about it more. What am I doing now? I'm moving to a city for adventure and opportunity. I'm going to do a lot. I'm going to work a lot, and I'm going to do a lot physically and like film a lot of content. Like I said. And I'm going to work on my career and be a movie star. And what? What do you think? Like, what do you imagine? And then I'm going to own the Celtics and Hardee's. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.